Job Street. Today, out here with the 2021 TW200, and as you can see, I've got it up on the jack. Now, today, going to be focusing here on the front fender. Check that out. See that tear right there? Yep. It is coming off. So, what I'm going to do is install the Tusk high fender kit here on the TW. I am going to be replacing it with the Cheruby's Super Motard front fender. So we're going to see if the Tusk high fender kit works with the Tusk front rack here, and we will show you the ins and outs of it, get it installed, and definitely change the look of the TW200. So let's get after it. The very first thing that we're going to do is we are going to get rid of this fender here. So these bolts right here on the top, or these nuts right here, these cap nuts, are actually welded to the fender bracket. So you're going to come out from the bottom and just release those 4 bolts that are underneath there. Come over to this side. Now if you have an older model, there we go. If you have an older model that have the speedo and the brake line running down right here, so there'll be usually a tab right here on the back fender that has one of the lines going through it. So you want to take note of that, because that's got to come off so that you can get this fender off. And then you just lift your fender off. You can actually see right here in this fender, it broke right there and right there. Now that we have our fender off, we're going to be removing these 4 lower triple clamp bolts right here. This clamp, you want to make sure that your top bolts are tight, because when you take these out, if they're not, those forks can slide down and actually give you a different ride on the bike. So you want to make sure that those upper bolts are tight so that you're not going to be having that fork, or excuse me, these fork tubes drop down at all. These, take them out. These 4 bolts are not going to be used anymore, so you can just throw them away. You're not going to be reusing these ones. Our next step, drill out there, cut out this template right here. We're going to tape it to the fender so that we know where to drill our 4 holes. So let's get that cut out. We've got our template on our fender now, and we are going to take our punch here and just mark where those holes are going to be drilled. This is our fender bracket that's going to mount to the fender and the lower triple clamp. So I'm going to place this over here, and you have 4 bolts, 4 washers, and 4 nylock nuts. Now the instructions say to take the bolt through the top, like so. Like that one. You're going to use the washers, like that. And then 2 of the nylocks. Then we'll put our other 2 in and do the last one. And the nylock. These are 8mm heads, and then you have a 10mm nylock. So we're just going to grab an 8mm wrench, hang on to the back of that there, grab our 10mm, the fender bracket is now on the front fender. Let's go back to the front of the bike. Back here to the front of the bike, the instructions tell us that when we install the front fender, we're going to have this up here just like this. It's going to sit just right there. Now, the instructions tell us that we're taking our 4 bolts here and we're putting these washers, we're going to be going through the bracket, then the washer, and then to the triple tree. Since I already have our Tusk front rack on here, I'm going to not use these washers, and I'm actually just going to use the thickness here of the front rack mounting plate here to act as my washer behind here. So we'll take this one, Gonna put our bracket up here. We're just gonna put that in by hand real quick. Take that one, set it into place, and these two, and set them into place. Now the stock bolts were a 12 millimeter head. These are a 10 millimeter, and they torque down to 17 foot-pounds, so not a lot on here. So we're gonna take this, take our impact here real quick, just drive them down into place. Then we'll grab the torque wrench and get those torqued up. Torque wrench now is set. And really, it does not take a lot to get these to 17 foot-pounds. Right there. There we go. Torqued and installed. Look at that. I don't know. Definitely changes the look of the TW. Now if you look at the back here, you've got your horn right there. So check your clearance, make sure it clears. And just like that, you now have the Cherubies front fender on the Tusk high fender kit. Just to show you the difference between the Tusk high fender kit here on the 2021 and then the extension right there from Bradley Performance. Now this actually still allows quite a bit of mud to clear. The downside is when you're riding and you're jumping and stuff, as you can see here with this fender, I hit my light bar there quite a bit. So this I would say is more just for like casual cruising. If you're going to be doing like some trail riding and stuff, this one right here might be a way better option for you to go. So massive clearance and massive room for that mud to clear out. So there you go. That is the difference between the Tusk high fender kit and the Bradley Performance 1-inch riser right there on the 2019. There you go. That's how easy it is to install the Tusk high fender kit with the Cherubies front fender on your TW. And it drastically changes the look on there. And there's clearance there for your horn. You've got massive clearance in there to make sure that you get all the mud and rocks out, whatever debris flies up after, out of there. And it makes the TW look pretty dang cool. Plus, it fits with the Tusk front rack right there. So if there's questions about that, we've got that answered for you. Now, if there are any questions on how we did this and what we used to install this, please put those in the comment section down below. And if you want to get one of these for your TW, they're really inexpensive. They're really easy to install. I mean, it doesn't take very much time, very little tools, and it'll actually help quite a bit if you're going to be running in muddier terrain where you got to clear out that tire of all that mud. This will be a good way to get it out of there. So I will put the link for the fender in there. I will put the link for the rack in there and all the other stuff that we put on the TW. Now keep in mind, these are affiliate links. They definitely help out the channel, but they come at no extra cost to you. So make sure to like, subscribe, follow along. I'm Matt. This is Mob Street with the 2021 TW200 with the Tusk front fender kit, installed the high fender kit with the Cherubies front fender. We'll see you in the next one.